Hey, Scotch lovers, and welcome to another Scotch for Dummies
or Dummies
review. It's not
weeknight
Thursday
edition.
night, but yeah, we'll call it a weeknight edition. Having to get together on a special occasion. Welcome to the show. We're going to try a Glenlivet tonight. We've never done Glenlivet. Ironically
At least
enough,
not a review.
yeah, not on a review.
Yeah.
So, a little bit about the Glenlivet, and I say the Glenlivet because that is important.
Yes, please.
Extremely old distillery, but back in the 1850s there were a lot of other distilleries opening up around the same location, Speyside, and they were using the word Glenlivet as well. So the founder of the Glenlivet actually took it to court and won the rights to be the only distillery called the Glenlivet. So that's why you always hear them use the word the when they refer to themselves.
I feel bad.
It's so hard to pour. You think
Tonight we're going to do the 12-year Glenlivet, which is basically their entry-level Scotch, if you will. They do offer one no-age statement, you said?
Their Founder's Reserve is a new age, no-age statement. They have 15, 18, 21, and 25 in shared cask. So they've got a good variety. We're trying the entry level
Been
tonight.
on a long time.
Yep. So
light
I
on
guess they
color.
know what they're doing, right?
Yeah.
Speyside.
Yeah.
Speyside.
The Glenlivet.
The Glenlivet.
Very golden. In
Yeah,
color,
I would say
I would
so.
say.
Light.
Anytime you go to a liquor store in the United States, you'll see Glenlivet. It's usually several of them. That's one of their it's a
And
standard.
it's usually pretty standard at a bar.
Yeah.
You know,
Every
airplanes.
bar that has Scotch usually has
Yeah.
Glenlivet. Would you
The
say price on
Glenlivet.
this? Sorry.
I don't know, what is the price range on this one?
This runs about 38.
I was gonna guess that.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's in the upper 30s.
High 30s. Yeah.
It's again.
Yeah.
It's most.
So it's
That's
affordable.
not bad for a 12-year-old.
No.
It's got a slight alcohol, but not much.
Slight alcohol, a little
What's our,
citrusy,
It's proof.
It's 80.
It's an 80
a
proof.
little bit of the sulfur rubber.
Yeah, a little bit.
See, I'm not getting much of that. I mean,
No,
there's a
that's
little
fair.
there, but
To me, it smells very clean.
it is.
It is clean. Yep.
I get a little citrus. I get a little bit of the oak, but it's
Yeah, I
not
get
got a whole
citrus.
lot of nose. To
Yeah,
it,
I
to be
do.
honest
I
with
do
you.
get some of that citrus in there. So
It's
this is more citrusy than I was expecting. It does smell.
A hint of
It
cinnamon.
smells fresh.
Wow, this is cold. I think it's funny, we've been doing this long enough now where I'm starting to read what they're saying as compared to what I'm saying, and see who's sensitive to what senses, you know, what you smell as opposed to what I smell and what you taste as opposed. We all have our own unique, you know,
Say it.
what,
I got marzipan.
Yeah, I smell marzipan. Actually, if you read the review, the description of this bottle on the Glenlivet's website, they do use the word marzipan. So someday we're going to try marzipan to find out what that crap tastes like.
I know what it tastes like.
It's actually.
What do you think?
It's got a slight kick, but it's pretty smooth actually. It's not strong. Mild tasting. There's not a whole.
It's light.
It's not. There's
It
not a whole
smells-
lot
Tastes the way it smells.
going on. I mean, it's
But it's a
tasty.
clean, smooth Scotch.
I get a little bit of alcohol numbing on my tongue.
That's what
A
I'm
little
feeling.
bit.
I think
Outside.
I need to coat the tongue more.
Mhm.
The alcohol it's not oily. It's real.
Right.
And I forget there's a whole
I think some water's gonna help this.
group of mouthfeel descriptors.
Yeah,
I'm not familiar
really
with
no
right
legs
now.
on it. I mean, it's not as oily. It's
Yeah, there's no smoke. There's none of
Plain light.
none of the heavy berries that I like. The
Yeah.
wines, the port wines, the
No,
smoke,
no.
the peat. None
No.
of that in here.
Man, water just.
Good clean.
This is
This kills the nose.
straight up
Really?
whiskey. You know what I mean? It's,
Yeah.
It's very.
straight up Scotch whiskey. That's it. If you've never had Scotch and you're trying to imagine what it tastes like, this is probably what you're
You
imagining.
know what this?
Wow. So water really brings it down a lot. I hate to say it. For me,
Does it take down the alcohol?
it does the alcohol and the taste. Even I mean, to me, it's a mild taste already, and when you put some water
Right.
on it, it's even.
All right, well, let's go to it.
So it does help in my tasting. If the first little sip has that alcohol, it helps if I kind of take a bigger swig, let it coat the tongue, let it burn all that alcohol out of my tongue,
Yeah.
and then I can taste more.
Numb the tongue up.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm
No.
doing. That is what I'm doing.
Everything helps when you take a bigger swig of Scotch, right? I feel much better about the world.
Those taxes I have to pay, not so bad after
No,
a glass
no.
of
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Sometimes
no
you need 2 swigs on that
So,
one.
that's where it's interesting, because I hear I'm all analytical. Yeah, if we take burn the alcohol out, it's like, yeah, because it makes life better. Yeah. That's why there's 4 of us to add that variety.
It does make
Dummy 1, Dummy 2, Dummy 3, and Dummy 4. Actually, the water, I still smell alcohol on it with water on it.
I will say
Need a
that
little
with
more
with the water on there, you can get a deeper
I
smell.
get the nut.
I'm getting some
Hazelnutish maybe?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that does actually come out that I was not smelling before. Now,
Yeah,
it's just
sure.
I've tasted it, but yeah.
You know what I'm getting on the back end now?
What's
That damn marzipan.
So this maybe, surprisingly, it's a light Scotch, but you add a little water and it builds the complexity.
It changes it. I don't know that it built it anymore. It just brought out different flavor characteristics, I think. But
I think the water made it a little bit more rounding, more bold. It wasn't quite as light. It just, before the water, it just went down really like water. It was like, man, there wasn't much to it. It had a little bit of water and it kind of made it expand.
all right, let's go around the horn.
Yeah, what
Andrew,
you got,
what you
Andrew?
I'm gonna give this one, based on my flavor profile,
What's that?
What does that mean?
I'm not gonna say. So, this is typically, the fact that it's a $38 bottle, I'm gonna give this a 2. Because I'm gonna give it a 1.5.
Oh,
I'm gonna go
man.
1.5.
Backpedal.
Because this is not what I typically look for in a good Scotch, but there's nothing wrong with it. It's clean, it's refreshing, it could be put a rock in there and just sip it around the pool or something if you want
Yeah, I
to
think it'd be
taste.
good for that.
But it's not, oh well, I'm gonna give it that's not really fair, but I'm gonna give it a 1.5.
1.5 it is.
Drew?
Well, okay, so when I first put water on it, I thought it was worse. But you're right. After it kind of sat there and opened up a little bit, it did give some more bold taste, more round. It's a smooth Scotch for $38, whatever. It's one of those ones you're gonna drink and not worry about it. It tastes decent. It's right there with to me, it's kind of like same price range as the blacks. If I tell you what, if I'm in a bar, I'm gonna get the blacks. I'm not gonna get this. So this is good. I won't turn it down, but I'm gonna give it a 1.5 also.
I think this would be a whiskey that we would use to just kind of have a glass to kind of calibrate everything and
Sure.
kind of start our evening off, kind of burn off that alcohol flavor on the tongue, get ready to taste something else. It's not got any strong flavors about it, but it's a smooth, clean whiskey.
It's pretty smooth.
It really gets you kind of started. I'm with you. I don't, the price point's great. $35 for,
All right.
a bottle of whiskey, 12-year-old whiskey.
Well, that's the difference.
I-
12 single malt versus.
I think
it's a
I'm
single malt 12 year, so.
I think I'm gonna give it a 1.5. There's not a whole lot of flavor profiles that just jump out and stand out, but it's a clean, good whiskey. I don't have any problems with it.
I think for a 12 though, I would expect more. That's my thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to start off with the 1.5. I'm just going to say that out there right now. And why I'm giving it a 1.5 is not because it's 3 other ones. This is an easy one for me to do the math on. It really is. There's nothing out there that grabs me and says, you got to have this. You need a bottle of this. It's just a simple, straight up Scotch whiskey, which is good. That's fine. I'm sitting here and we'll drink this
enjoy it.
bottle. Yeah,
Absolutely.
we'll enjoy it. But it doesn't grab my attention. There's nothing wanting me to go back and take another sniff or take another hit of the dram to find out what's in there, what I'm missing. It doesn't leave me saying, wow, I want another sip of that. But it's not like I don't enjoy the sip that I do take. So 1.5, ironically, you said it was smooth, and I think the name actually is referred to, the Glenlivet means smooth flowing one. So they achieved their goal by that. But I think it's nothing bad against it. 1.5s all around.
If you got friends that don't do Scotch and you're going to a bar, you're going to see it in the bar, and it's a cheap Scotch to try at a bar, and it's a smooth Scotch for a first timer. So
Right.
it's not going to hurt you to get in there, and it's a single malt 12 years. So it's a
good starting point.
Yeah,
I don't think it's going to be a Scotch that turns anybody away from Scotch. That's
Right.
trying to get into Scotch,
Don't give them a front.
Well,
And, I mean, you give them a black versus this, then there's some differences there.
Right.
There's a lot.
I kind of think that if this is their entry level point, I would be interested to try some of the other lines to see what they've done as
Sure.
it ages, as they put it in different barrels to give it,
This is a good base.
a sherry cask finish or something. There's
It's rated top class, so I'm sure it's used in some of the blends.
I guarantee
bet.
you this would be a perfect base for a lot.
Oh, yeah.
It's
So,
a really good base Scotch. What do we got, guys?
You got 1.5.
1.5 on that?
1.5's around. So
Sláinte.
thanks for joining us for another review, Scotch for Dummies.
Take care.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.